Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the wrapper classes. No, the wrapper classes are basically the classes. These are the classes, and the object wraps a primitive data type within them. Or in short, we can say each primitive data type is associated with a class, and the name of the class will be termed as a wrapper class. Each primitive data type, whatever the data type primitive you have, like byte, short, int, long, float, double, whatever you have, each primitive data type will be associated with a class, and that class is basically a wrapper class. These wrapper classes are stored in the package java.lang, which is by default included in our program. Say for example, if we have a primitive data type byte, so the wrapper class will be byte with a capital B. Since it is a class, there are functions which are performing different activities, and the functions that you have to study in class 10 with respect to your board exams are, there are two functions which you have to study. One is parse. Byte, parse is written with a small letter, and byte is written with a capital without a space, and within the bracket you have to pass the string value. What is this function going to do? This function will convert a string to byte value. It will convert a string value to a byte value. That means parse byte is a function that is going to convert a string value into a byte value. Similarly, we have a function. Say for example, if we are using it completely, we will be writing byte dot parse byte, and within the bracket I will to pass a string value. The string value that we are passing as a parameter will be converted into a byte value. Similarly, we have a function value of. Value is written in the small, and O of the of is written in the capital, and again we have to pass a string value into it. And the function is same, of this function also. It will convert. String value to byte value. The process is same, and the method of using it will be byte dot value of, and within the parameter I am going to pass the string value. Similarly, we have a function, one more function available here. To string. So what is this function doing? This function is going to convert the byte value into string value. This is going to convert a byte value into a string value. This is what we are supposed to do in this function. Say for example, if we are using it, we can use it like in this manner: byte dot to string, and within the bracket I am going to pass a number. Which type of a number? I am going to pass a byte value. So if we are passing a byte value into it, the byte value is going to be converted into a string. This is what we are supposed to do in this program. Is that clear? Just make a note of it clearly, that the point should be clear. Similarly, when you are working on the short, we have short dot parse short, and we will pass again a string, and it is going to convert string into short value. string into short value. Next we have short dot value of. Again we are going to pass a string. It is going to convert a short value into a string value into a short value. Next we have short dot to string, and within bracket I am passing a short value. It will convert short value into string, and the above two are used to convert a string. Above two are used to convert a string into short. Similarly, when we are talking about the int, the wrapper class name is integer, the complete integer, integer, integer. So we have again a few functions over here. Integer dot parse int is the function. Parse int is the function, and it is going to convert a string into int value, that is the integer value. It will convert string into integer. The second function in this will be integer dot value of. Again you will pass a string value. The function is same, and then again the third function is integer Now similarly we have the third function, that is integer dot to string, and here you are going to pass the integer value, and it is going to convert integer into string. Similarly, when you move to the next one, there is a long function available. Similarly, we have a function parse long. You will pass a str. Similarly, you have a function value of. You will pass a string to convert string into long. Then you have a function toString, and within the bracket you are going to pass the long value. It will be converted into a string data. Similarly, you have a float. Again you have a function parse float, and you will pass a string value here. It will convert to a float. You have a function value of. You will pass a str. String will be converted into a float value. Then you have a function toString float. The float value will be converted into a string. Similarly, when you talk about a double value, the double value, it will be converted into a parse double. You will pass a str, it will be converted into a string. Then you have a function value of. It will also be converted into a double value. String will be converted into a double value. Then we have toString, and in the toString you are going to pass a double data. It will be converted into a string. Similarly, you have a boolean function. Boolean. Again, a boolean is a primitive data type. Its wrapper class is capital B boolean. And here you are going to convert, you are going to use parse boolean. The string will be converted into a boolean data type. Value of string will be converted into a boolean data type. toString, the boolean data type will be converted into a string data type. These are the functions that are that you have to study of each wrapper class, and each wrapper class is of each primitive data type, and this is what we have to undergo. Next we have the character class. Char is a data type, and the wrapper class name is a character. So there are different functions in it. Number one is digit. You will pass a character value into it, either in the form of a ASCII or an alphabet. It will check and return true if the character is a digit. it will check and return true if the character, if the char is digit. Otherwise false. Otherwise it will give us false value. That means whenever you are using a is digit, it is going to check and return true if the character is a digit, otherwise false. Similarly, we have a function is letter. The char value check and return true if the char is a letter, otherwise false. Simple. That means when you are writing this stuff, it will check and return true if it is a false, if it is true, and otherwise it is going to return false. Similarly, we have is letter or digit. That means it is going to return and check and return true if the char is a letter or a digit, otherwise it is going to return false. Next we have is white space. Now it will check and return true if the char is a space or not. If it is a space, it is written true, and if it is not, it is going to return false. It is going to return false. Next we have is uppercase. It will check whether a character is in a capital. If it is in capital, it will return true, otherwise it is going to return false. Similarly, we have a function is lower case. It will check and return if the character is in lower case, small letter, otherwise it will return false. There is a function to uppercase, and within bracket you are passing a character value. It will convert the char to capital. Similarly, we have a function to lower case, and within bracket I am going to pass a char. Convert the char to small. That means these are the functions that we can use to when we are using it in the program, and each function is associated with a class, is a class, and that class is a wrapper class, and wrapper class is what? Each primitive data type is associated with a class which is known as a wrapper class. This is what we all have to do in the wrapper class. Thank you. In the next upcoming lecture we will be going through with the revision part as well. Thank you so much.